guys, it's me again. I know it's been a little while. Been a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, but I'm slowly trying to get the channel back up. I think one of the problems was I was trying to do too much, so I'm gonna probably scale back the schedule instead of to every day a week, like 3 times a week, something like that. Finish up some of the series we've got running. I did this to myself, so. But I wanted to come back today for an unboxing video for Fire Emblem Engage. This is the Divine Edition. It's absolutely gorgeous. Unfortunately, everything's already plastic wrapped because I tried to record this video once before and didn't hit the start recording button. I hit the audio record, but not the video record. So that's on me. But that means it'll go a little faster than the 40-minute slog I had previously. I did pick this up last night. I did not come home in a condition in which to record this video. So I'm recording it early in the morning. And I haven't had any coffee yet, and my finger's cold. I also got with the Divine Edition this lovely pre-order bonus of this little mini tarot deck. It's only 12 cards, but they're very nice. I'll show those off in a minute. So I've talked about Fire Emblem in the past, but given that this series is almost 40 years old now, Engage seems to be bringing it back to a little more the classics. Like, you've got the weapons triangle coming back officially. A lot of the stuff in Three Houses was absolutely broken. Like, archers, you could kill almost anything with an archer other than the heavy armored knights. Oops, my mic got turned around. So, and, you know, I'm a person with a totally normal amount of time in Fire Emblem Three Houses. I feel a totally normal way about things. But Engage is bringing back a bunch of classic characters from across the series, 12 to be exact, one of which is Byleth from Three Houses. So, why don't we look at the tarot deck first? If you look at the back, it's got the promo art that kept being shown off of the 12 hero calendar looking wheel, and the two dragons intertwined, fighting each other in a Ouroboros fashion. The first time I opened this was a pain to get open, so maybe be glad that I had to record this twice. Well, record it once, act it out once, on accident. So, first up in the pack is this little bit of pamphlet. Teeny tiny. It's a little hard to read, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. But it shows off each character card. Talk a little about their meaning, both regular and reversed. And and gives like the guidance from a character named Seadoll, who I'm assuming is our fortune teller. So on the front it says, "Welcome to the world of Elios and Fire Emblem Engage game. Visit the in-game fortune teller between battles to get your fortune read through a modified version of the art of tarot reading. This 12-card set is just like the one the fortune teller uses. So pick a card and see what the future may hold. There are no rules, only arcane character illustrations and your own interpretation, just like regular tarot cards." Except this is only 12 instead of the regular 52. So this is kind of meant to mimic the major arcana without having as many of them. Let's see if I can get them back out. They were a pain to get out the first time. And they're going to be a pain to get out the second time. I don't want to fuck the package up too much. Whoop, pardon my language. Don't want to mess the package up too much. Like, I'm sure I could get a second pack of these if I really, really needed to, but... Oh, really? We're really going to be like this? I'm not inept, guys, I promise. A little stupid. Incredible. Oh, of course I ripped it. There we go. Oh, let's not start with him. They're slightly reversed from where I showed them off originally. We've got Marth. And they all have this nice reversed art too, which shows, I guess, a darker version of the character. That's not really how tarot works traditionally. Like, reversed isn't always a bad thing. Celica. Maybe I should show her off a little longer. I love Celica. Shadows of Valentia is such a good game. I went and beat it this year. I missed out on it when it first came out on the 3DS. 100% worth the play. So good. Sigurd, I believe. Haven't played his game yet. Leaf? Yeah, it's Leaf because of the armor design. That's right. I talked about the armor design. And I was like, that's some 80s and 90s armor design right there. 80s, early 90s. Like Longrisser, for example. If you go back and play Longrisser, they have in the version that came out on the Switch and the PS4, they had updated character models, which are kind of bland. Honestly, I really enjoy the 80s and 90s character models. As far as the portrait images, because they're ugly. But they're very classic 80s style and 90s style. That's Roy. It's Lynn. Hopefully you guys pre-ordered this and were able to get these as well. Erica? Yeah, I think that one's Erica. I haven't played some of these games yet. I should know who this is, and I don't. Let me check the book. I think it's Ike. Yeah, it's Ike, because the axe. Ike is the main axe user. Main character. Should have known that. Should have known it. What is her name? Micaiah. I haven't played her game yet either. I feel a little bad about that. I like her character design. It's cool. Oh, if you look at the backs of these cards, they have this. They're a little hard to see, because it's a highly detailed pattern, just in this very, very dark gold finish. So, like, that's the best you can see it right there. That's the best I can see it too, and I'm fucking blind. Lucina, which in reverse you may notice has her in her Marth outfit. Nice touch. We got Corin, female version, whose design I like better. Female Corin looks like a cute elf girl that you could romance in a dating sim. And male Corin looks like a twink elf that you'd meet at an 80s cocaine party. And Byleth. Male Byleth, whose design I'm not super in love with overall. But that's not Engage's problem. That's Three Houses' problem. I hate fucking Byleth's hair. It's got a book and a pen, and then in his reverse, you can see Sword of the Creator. Which is nice, because other than that, the Sword of the Creator does not appear in the game, from what I've seen. Not in any promo material that I've looked through. To be fair, I have not read any like super in-depth analysis on the game. I heard reviews were good. I had already pre-ordered. I was going to pick it up anyway, even if reviews were middling like they were for Three Houses. Because I like Fire Emblem. And I love collector's editions. I was willing to try it. Yes, it's a $100 investment. Did it anyway. I'm not going to talk about that. I did not go into the history of Fire Emblem, you may have noticed. If you want to hear about the history of Fire Emblem, I did talk about it quite a bit, on the unboxing video I did for Shadow Dragon and the Blade of Light about 2 years ago. I'll link it in the description. I should have mentioned that earlier, sorry. So we have our beautiful box here for the actual game itself. It is embossed, as you can see. Beautiful red to blue, purple finish, color design. I love it. I'm sorry. I took some design classes in college. I have an art major, but I just like aesthetically pleasing stuff. But we have most of our main cast. None of the Emblem characters, it looks like. But that's all right. Our all-ears. On the back, we've got this little emblem wheel, and it shows off what's in the box. What's in the box? The game is teen rated for fantasy violence, mild suggestive themes, because there's some cleavage in this game, mild language, and that's it. The rest is French, which I do not speak, and I will not attempt it, because I will embarrass myself. So, as you open the box, you'll notice immediately this tray in here has these cute little pixel art designs on them. This one's female Alir. This one's the girl from the deserty country. Her design's really cute. Like, she looks like a Pokemon trainer. She's so adorable. Although, to be fair, in Scarlet and Violet, you did have a gym leader who looks straight up like a VTuber. This tray, which I'll show off a little more in a minute, has the game itself in the steel case, which still has plastic wrap on it because it wasn't actually sealed, which is fine. If you go around the edges, you see all of our characters, including the emblem characters. So, like, here's Lynn. Here's Celica. On the bottom, we have male Alir and whoever this is. I don't know who they are, but I like their design. As much of it as I can see in the pixel. We got Byleth Corin over here. And a bunch of characters I haven't met yet, so... Let's start with this. Oh, sorry, the back. The back has the world map. It's pretty plain, but it's nice. Like, the overall, like, design of the box is nice. These little flaps come down, so you can more easily access these. Not super easily, but you can do it. It's just nice design. Just nice design. Keeps the game in the case nice and secure. We'll start with the steel case. Like I said, they didn't actually seal it. The little plastic strip holding on the glue is still there. That's okay. It has that promo art. It's sort of a matte finish. The brush sort of steel finish on the back here too, with the emblem wheel. Very clean design on the back. Fire Emblem Engage on the spine. Pretty sure Three Houses was just blue toned like that and had the same font there. But there's little touches of shininess on the case. It's a little hard to see because my light is weird. Because I'm working with natural light, indoor light, and a ring light. So, got the dragons in the back. Just lovely. I do like that male and female Alir's hair is the same but different. Like, the styles are different and the colors are swapped. Let me tell you, when the Reddit leaks first showed up, where it showed just the back of the character with long red and blue hair, I was like, there is no way this is real. Somebody is fucking with me. And yet it was real. I'm not going to open the case super wide because these steel cases, especially on the Switch, are super easy to bust. And I definitely don't want to do that. But it is a colorized map of the world, which is really nice. The Three Houses one, which I may show off eventually, has the interior of the cathedral in it. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Set this off to the side here. Then we have our game, which is, I mean, the same kind of case you're going to get in any retail store. I like having the original case as well as the steel case. Just because I don't want to take the steel case with me if I go somewhere. Whereas, I might take this. There's the back. It's the same art, which is fine. I mean, get it. I don't expect you to use 5 different kinds of marketing art because that's, number one, not very good design. Number two, people are going to get confused. So the back reads, Heroes past and present, engage! After 1,000 years of slumber, the divine dragon Alir has awakened to a world facing an ancient evil. Join Alir on a journey across Elios to rally its people and prepare for the coming conflict. Now, I wonder if you'll be able to change your name. Like, I will leave it Alir. I'm just going to do that. I played Byleth as Byleth. Robin as Robin. Corin as Corin. But it's something you've been able to do in the past couple of games. But they also didn't name Byleth on the box. I don't think. It's been a while since I looked at my Three Houses box. So is it just like the canon name and you'll get to change it? Or are you just out there? Which is fine. Either way, I don't mind. Going with the name anyway. Under the games, you have the art cards, which come in this beautiful little envelope. It's very simple. It's got this nice gold tone finish to it. And just pops open in the back here. Now, most of these are designed on the character's original art, although this Marth is definitely not the classic Marth art. I'm not sure which version of this game this came from, but the original Marth character design didn't have pants. I want to say it's probably the Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon for the DS art, but I could be mistaken. I beat that game this past year, and oh boy. Ugh. I enjoyed it, but it was frustrating. The back just has the little emblem wheel again, just as Fire Emblem Engage. The cards have this nice little, like, holographic finish. I'm an 80s and 90s kid, so I love holographic shit. My girl Celica. I love her. A cute princess who's also a badass. Sigurd, who has... Oh, sorry. Celica's design is very much from her Echoes 3DS version, which is great. It's a fantastic game. If you haven't played Shadows of Valentia, please go play it. Even if you don't play any other Fire Emblem, Shadows of Valentia is so good. We got Sigurd, who is very clearly late 80s, early 90s character design. That hair, my dude. That hair. And the face structure. A little bit initial D, but not as ugly. We got Leaf, who has very 80s, 90s anime armor. Because if you go back and play things like Longreaser, or look at any anime that's a fantasy anime for the time frame, it looks like this. That's the armor. We got Roy. Everybody knows Roy. He's in Smash Brothers. I haven't played the game Roy's in, and I feel a little bad about that. But I'm working my way through the Fire Emblem catalog, and but everybody knows him. He's the one Fire Emblem character with red hair instead of blue hair. It's Lynn. I love her character design. She's from Binding Blade, I believe. Haven't played that one either. We've got Erica and Ephraim, which I'm guessing are a dual emblem, based on other things I've seen. Although I haven't seen him in anything. I've only seen her. So. But, I mean, if they're dual protagonists, why isn't Alm in the game, too? Don't get me wrong, I like Celica better. Alm's great, but I like Celica better. Ike. Everybody knows him. He's in Smash Brothers. Also from Path of Radiance, which is a very hard to procure game. Micaiah. Another game I haven't played yet. Her character design is cute. She looks like a Disney princess. Oh, her hair is shiny. That's cool. Lucina. From her Fire Emblem Awakening art. She's got the little mask and stuff there. Beautiful. I love the character art from Awakening. It's so... smooth in a way. It's hard to describe. It's very clean. Corin, with her lack of pants and those weird open thighs that they like to give women in JRPGs. And Byleth. He's got the shiny armor and the sword of the creator in the art card. So those are the art cards. They're quite nice. They're bigger than I expected, and there's more of them than I expected. I expected it would just be like some concept art or more the promo art, not necessarily the characters. Which is kind of a fun touch to see how the designs have developed from game to game. Because for a lot of the early games, they used the same couple of character designers. And the more recent games have branched out and done some different stuff. Which I like. I like, differences in art styles from game to game. Gives each game its own unique character. Alright, putting that back in the box until I get ready to play it later. Alright, next up is the poster, which I had a tough time getting into originally, but I just ended up using scissors. Because it was sealed correctly, so the plastic seal did not want to come open. It is a decent-sized poster, bigger than I expected, honestly. It's pretty thick. It's a little hard to see on camera, but it's thicker than a lot of like promotional posters you get, which are generally sort of like a garbagey sort of quality. Now, so it's what, a 2x3? Has the main art, the nice red and blue finish. If I had any drywall, I would put it up, but that's just a dream for me to have drywall. My cats are nice and quiet now. When I first thought I was recording, they were loud and annoying. Love the red and blue dichotomy. And the mingle of purple, even though purple is often seen as Grandma's color. We'll see a little more of that in a bit, I expect. So, this is the art book, which is fantastic quality. Super nice spine, color pages. It's probably like 140, 160 pages. The book itself has this beautiful little embossed scroll work on it. The Art of Fire Emblem Engage. It's got the primary wheel image there with the two divine dragons eating each other. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I love the sort of illustrated woodblock art they went with some of this. The arcane style art, I guess is what they called it for the tarot cards. But the very classic medieval woodblock print, kind of like they did with Three Houses in the month cuts. Do I have the right end of the book? Because, unfortunately, the cover doesn't give you much indication of which way is correct. And it's a vertical setup book. So you can be like, is this the front? Or is this the front? The only difference between the two, really, is this side is French, and this is the back. And this side is in English. So, I'm not going to show off the whole book, although it is lovely. If you can get your hand on this copy of the game, I definitely recommend it. It's great quality. I really wish there was a music CD. Three Houses had a music CD, and some of the tracks are bangers. Or get your scans, honestly. Whatever. Do what you need to do. Got your primary character art here. Some good key images. The different lands. Like, I know images like this are considered by design principles nowadays really cluttered. But I love the highly detailed medieval style, bordering on the Renaissance style art. We've got our monastery. They show off a lot of really nice concept art in this. Like, how the different pieces of the monastery were. Not the monastery. I guess they're temples. It's like the monastery from Three Houses. I'm going to say a lot about Three Houses, because I have a totally normal amount of time in Three Houses. There were a lot of complaints, a little bit about the character designs I was hearing online early, and they got the little pixel art versions of them too. It's so cute. That they look like VTubers, blah 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 blah. A lot of VTubers have really cute designs, okay? And the character art on these models, like the costumes are nice and intricate. Some of them are a little weird, but overall they're quite cute. Like, I wish female Alir, look how cute she is. Look how cute she is. She looks like your average little Genki girl. Who could also whip your ass and is probably afraid of ghosts, because that's a trope in Japan. I wish she had real pants and not shorts, but I mean, it's a JRPG and she's a woman in it. What am I gonna do? Male Alir, who I don't actually dislike his design too much. I'll be playing as female Alir. Although there will apparently not be any romance elements in this game, from what I've been told. Again, I didn't do a lot of deep dive analysis or anything. I just went, yes, Fire Emblem, give me the game. These two are adorable too. Like, all these character designs are nice. I like them. I don't know if anybody in particular whose character design I absolutely hate that I've seen so far. Not like Awakening had a couple of character designs where I was like, Beautiful mock-ups of the environments. I'm sure that's probably a cutscene where you get to see this stuff. They show off the different lands, all the different peoples living in the lands. They show off casual wear for the characters. I missed that the first time through. That's such a neat little... There's a lot of neat little touches in this art book that you don't see in others. Casual... To be fair, I was complaining about female Allier not wearing pants. Neither does male Allier. Look at this shit. These aren't pants. These are shorts, my dude. You are wearing shorts and tights. I get it, though. I get it. Be comfortable. Whatever you want to be comfortable in. But yeah, casual wear for all the characters, which is a really cute little touch for when you're around the castle. Especially since several of the characters are like, Goose, please, baby. Goosey. Goosey, honey. No, come on. Ow. Don't be a butthole, and I wouldn't have to spray you with the water bottle. Okay, sorry about that. Back to the book. But, like, beautiful character design. Beautiful art direction. Love it. Where was the... There was a couple of things in particular. Lots of frilly things. I guess she's a flyer, so I guess she can get away with looking like that. I love seeing how the regular people dress. That's such a nice touch. Hey, your NPCs are going to look like this. One of the things I loved about looking at like the Final Fantasy IX art, there's so many images of how your regular people dress, how your regular NPCs look. It's just a nice touch to show me these things. It looks like they do this for every one of the lands. Again, I don't want to go over this page by page, because I will, if given half a moment to do so. Where are... Oh my god, I missed her the first time. What a babe. She's a queen? Excellent. Love her. Love her design. Tamara. She's so fucking cute. She looks like a Pokemon character. She's so adorable. I did get to call out Seadoll last time. I love his character design too. He's really pale for a guy who lives in the desert though. I say that as a pale woman who lives in the South because I don't have a choice but be pale and live in the South. Lots more environments. The bad guys. One of the things I especially enjoy in art books about video games is item image details. Detailed item images. So like this one here is all of the different emblems with their rings. So the rings all look different, which is just like the kind of touch you would expect of a AAA developer, but not the kind of touch you get from every AAA developer. Not that Intelligent Systems is AAA, but each of the rings. Although I would have liked if Byleth's ring looked a little bit more like the ring you get in the game in Three Houses. I'm absolutely fine with how it looks here. Byleth and a lot of the extra material is chosen to be purple because no one else is purple, so. But everybody's different rings and their emblems. Such a nice little touch. A lot of the girls' rings are a little more delicate, a little finer. Male Byleth is a pretty thin band too. Whereas, like, Ike's ring is like, one of those big fat rings. Love it. It's so cute. And then the, I guess, armor mock-ups for what your armor is going to look like when you have different emblems equipped. Which, the way they show it off with, like, the soft color gradients and the slight changes to the armor per each character, it reminds me of the armatization from and Tales of Zestiria. which such a fun mechanic. Not a great mechanic, because it had some problems, but a mechanic I really enjoyed. More detailed images on the rings, which is super nice. But more than just the rings, because I know I'm talking a lot about how cool the rings are, is they do detailed breakdowns of all the different class armors, which is a great resource for cosplayers. There's actually a wolf or a knight in here, which is a class I have not seen in any other Fire Emblem, and it may be unique to this game. But they show the saddle on the wolf, and I'm trying to find it now, and how the character would sit, like at what angle. I don't know if it's accurate to how people actually ride, because last time I rode a horse, I was like 12. That was many years ago. Here it is. They showed the saddle. This little straight line, this little full line here, unbroken line, indicates the angle at which the character would sit, and the dotted line there is the angle of the creature's back. So, just a nice little touch when it comes to how much thought they put into some of this. Griffins! I don't know if were there Griffin Knights in other games? Wyvern Knights are nothing new, but I do love them. Love Wyvern Knight, man. This one, which I'm pretty sure is one of the evil characters, Wyverns. It seems very Utena inspired. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched Revolutionary Girl Utena, but it's my favorite anime of all time. But the roses there are very much the Utena art style. So. And yes, that horse had ram horns. I don't know why. Melusine. That's a lovely name for a wyvern. Excellent. And then they show off the tarot cards some more. And more item images. I love weapon images. I love this. It's good shit. Good shit. There's an axe in here that looks kind of like Edelgard's axe. There's a bow that looks like Claude's bow. Lance that looks like Dimitri's. Like, they're not exact replicas because they're not made of spoilers, but they are, like, very similar in design. And that's the art book. It's lovely. Let me get the exact page count. Oh my god, it has way more pages than I thought. 199 pages? 200 pages? Yeah, 200 page art book. Very lovely. Lots of detailed art. Beautiful. Definitely, if you guys can get scans of this or get your hands on the book itself, even if you don't want the full Divine Edition, I don't know if you're going to be able to find the book separate. Beautiful. Beautiful art book. And that's really it. Now I'm going to pack this thing back up for the second time. I am looking forward to playing Engage. I am not going to play it on the channel for a while at least. I want to get some of the other projects done first. Most notably, I am so close to beating Final Fantasy VII on channel. I finished the recording for the Chocobo breeding. Did I finish? I'm close if I haven't finished it. It's very close. I want to do that. I want to get back to posting probably about 3 times a week. Maybe a little less until some things in my life calm down. Put the tarot cards with this. But I do also plan to do a top 20 games or top 10 games I played last year. Gotta get the B footage for that recorded, so. 3 Houses will not be on the list, I promise, even though I did play it a lot last year. But it was on 2021's list, so. Well, 2020's list, I guess, because I didn't do one for 2021. But yeah, but thank you guys for tuning in. I love you. I miss you. I am Oops, I didn't put the thing back on the still guys. I'm going to try and get back to it even just slowly, because I need to balance my regular life, this, which is just a hobby. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I love games. And I love RPGs, and I love this stuff. Oh, that's right. I didn't get to... It was just like an afterthought. Not related to the channel, but definitely related to Fire Emblem. They re-released, if you collect amiibos, the Martha amiibo, which I have here, and the Player 2 Corrin, so the female Corrin from Smash Bros. I don't have her currently. I have one on the way. She's not here yet. On a side note, I do have some very lovely people who come into my work, who are great. And I'm not saying you should be a good person to get stuff. You should just be a good person to be a good person. But sometimes it pays off. One of my regulars gifted me this Crom amiibo, which I missed out on the first time. They came out. And another gifted me the Almond Celica double pack, which is a very hard to find, very expensive amiibo pack, and I offered to pay them for it, and they refused. And I've just gushed about how much I love Celica. I love Celica, guys. Go play Fire Emblem Echoes. Go play Fire Emblem. Go play Fire Emblem. I'm going to start to engage here probably in the next hour or so. I need to get some coffee in me. I need to figure out what my plans for the day are going to be. I need to go to the Asian store. But thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon. I hope to have the top 10 I played this past year, up at the end of the month, but it may be beginning of February, depending on how things go, because I've got a lot going on at work. But I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye!